Reclaiming Curiosity. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. Somewhere along the lifeline between childhood and adulthood, a lot of women lose the most vital tool for staying alive, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. What is that tool? It's curiosity. As children, we questioned everything. Why is the sky blue? Why do dogs bark? Why can't I put glitter in the toaster? All valid questions. As kids, our life was fueled by wonder. Our days were defined by discovery. But as we grew up, curiosity got replaced by certainty, expectations, responsibilities, being on autopilot. And we stopped asking why. And we started telling ourselves things like, this is just the way things are. This is just who I am. And the unfortunate thing about that is when curiosity fades, so does possibility. So does energy. So does that spark that makes you feel so alive. Which brings me to today's reminder. Curiosity reignites your life force. It also completely extinguishes self-judgment. What a beautiful thing. What a powerful thing. Curiosity is not frivolous. It is not childish. It is not a luxury for people with empty calendars. Curiosity is a survival skill. It loosens the grip of storylines that aren't useful to you. It interrupts the mean girl narrative. It creates just enough space for something new to emerge. I have coached so many women over my career who used language like, I'm bad at exercise. I'm bad at planning. I'm bad at resting. And they say it like it's a fixed identity. It's something carved in stone. It's permanent. It is certain. But it's none of those things. What if you're not bad at anything? You're just out of practice. Because I believe that's the bigger truth. And that tiny shift from judgment to curiosity, it can change everything. Instead of trying to do everything correctly or perfectly, which is impossible, by the way, you give yourself the grace of starting to explore what rest might actually look like for you, what exercise you enjoy might look like for you, what planning in a way that doesn't overwhelm your brain might look like for you. And when we ignite curiosity, we become more willing to experiment, more willing to mess up, more willing to play and notice and be honest with ourselves. And slowly, the things we thought we were bad at stop being a source of shame and become a doorway into building skill sets and amplifying our confidence. That is the power of curiosity. So today I want you to try something very small, which is when you notice that self-criticism is on board with you today. She has entered the room. I want you to replace that criticism with a question. Instead of, I shouldn't feel this way, You could ask, I wonder why this feeling is even here. Instead of, I'm bad at this, or I'm terrible at this, or I'll never succeed at this. You could ask, what might make this feel just a little bit easier? Instead of, this will never change, this was who I will always be, you could maybe say, why haven't I tried this yet? Curiosity takes the pressure off performance. It dissolves perfectionism. It turns your inner critic into kind of an inner detective, observing, learning, and adjusting accordingly. And most importantly, curiosity puts you back into relationship with your life, not just the demands of your life. So reclaim your curiosity, practice curiosity. Ask questions, notice what lights you up, pay attention to what pulls you forward. I always call that following the breadcrumbs. Let yourself be surprised, because the moment you allow curiosity back in, you also find you're allowing your aliveness back in. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.